Alright guys, today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we're going to find out if you can get a good tone out of a Behringer UM300. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different. It's actually not that different. It's not different from anything I normally do. You guys know what I do on this channel. I just like play gear and test things out and make an ass of myself for your enjoyment. In all seriousness, I just wanted to do something a little bit different, maybe a little bit silly, and I wanted to get this guy out again. This thing, Behringer Ultra Metal 300. The reason I wanted to get out this pedal, whoa, don't fucking drop it and break it. I mean, it's made out of plastic, it'd be really easy to drop and break. So the reason I wanted to get out this pedal and do this video is because this is one of my highest search terms, is the Behringer UM300. And the last video I did on the UM300 was over a year ago, and a lot's changed on the channel since then, and I just thought, you know, it'd be kind of cool to get out this thing again and mess with it and see if we can get some good tones out of it. Before we get started, if you enjoy this channel and you like my videos, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Click the bell notification icon so you get notified about my videos. You can be an official bell ringer. And like always, if you want to ask me any questions or you have suggestions on future videos you'd like to see, or you just want to comment about your day, maybe you want to talk about the weather, do it in the comments below. Say hi. I appreciate it. I really like it when you guys leave comments, and I enjoy talking with you guys in the comments section, so there's that. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to go direct into the UM300, and then I'm going to plug that into my power amp and into my cabinet. But yeah, I've been thinking about this a lot lately because it seems like people are still really interested in these pedals. And that last video I did, I probably didn't give this pedal a fair shake, so, you know, I thought it might be cool to get it out and try again. And plus, I mean, look at this guy on the box. It's like, that is everything I aspire to be as a guitar player. I mean, look at him. He looks fucking cool as shit. I mean, it's gotta have awesome tone if this dude's having so much fun playing with it, right? God damn. I feel like I need a $sign necklace and a leather jacket. By the way, in my original video on this pedal, I said it didn't take 9-volt batteries, and I was corrected like 100 times. It does indeed take 9-volt batteries. It's just a pain to get them in there. Typically with like a Boss pedal, you know, it'd have this little screw thing, you know, unscrew it right there, and then this pedal part comes up and the 9-volt goes inside. Well, on the Behringer, you actually have to... Do I have something I can do this with? See, this is why this sucks. I have to like look for a tool to put the 9-volt battery in. Hold on one second. Let's see if a pen will work. So you get your pen in here and you push that little pin in. You gotta do it on the other side too, because why would they make this easy? And then this thing will pop open and you can put your battery in there. And then you gotta put this back on. So yeah, just in reverse, I guess. Maybe I'm being a little extreme, but that seems like a tremendous pain to get a battery in this thing. But anyways, you can indeed put a battery in it. So the more you know, right? Okay, let's plug this thing in and let it rip. Alright guys, what's up? So I'm all hooked up here, and let's just talk a little bit about the gear that I'm using real quick. This is my Jackson Soloist. It's got an EMG 81 in the bridge, EMG 85 in the neck, and that's plugged directly into the HM300 over here, and then that's going into my ISP Stealth, and that is powering my Harley Benton 2x12 vertical cab, which has vintage 30s in it, and I'm miking all that up with an SM58. And the SM58 is going directly into an Apollo Twin Duo USB interface. The only kind of EQ that I'm using at all is I'm using a low cut on the Apollo, just the one that's built into it. That's it. Let's hear what this thing sounds like. Alright, so engage the pedal here. Everything's at 12 o'clock. Alright, let's mess around with this thing here a little bit. Oh my god. Behringer pedals, man. They're just it's so silly. Alright, hopefully that's coming through. This thing sounds really good. And I'm saying it like that because I'm surprised. I mean, it's a little pink plastic pedal, and you wouldn't think it would sound that good, but it actually does sound really good. And hopefully that's translating after this is all uploaded to YouTube, but I can tell you, sitting right next to it, it's totally usable. Now, I don't think this is a tone I would ever, like, aspire for or anything like that. It's definitely passable. Kind of hilarious, though. You know, I think these pedals are like $30. So, with that being said, it's pretty decent. Let's keep messing around with it. Say, I'm pretty impressed. So when I was younger and I was using distortion pedals like this, I always used to plug them into the front of the amp, and I just thought that like that's how distortion pedals sounded, and they always sounded like shit. And not only do they always sound like shit, but you can never get them loud enough to sound good. And I was plugging pedals like this into the front of like a PV 120 watt amp, and we could never understand why they didn't sound as good as the bands we were listening to. And I think a big misconception with distortion pedals, especially distortion pedals like this one in particular, is that they're preamp pedals. They are their own preamps. So what you should be doing is plugging this directly into the return on your effects loop, or in my case here, I'm plugging it directly into a power amp because this power amp doesn't have a preamp section to bypass. So you want to bypass the preamp section on your amp when you're using these things. Maybe you're going for some weird tone where you're using the preamp on your amplifier and then a distortion pedal in front of that amplifier, but they sound so much better when you plug them into the power amp section of your amplifier. I just wish I would have known this 20 years ago when I was playing grunge music in my garage with my friends and wondering why our guitar tone always sounded so bad. A big part of the reason was probably because we were using preamp pedals plugged directly into the input on tube heads. Anyways guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let's cut back over there and wrap it up. So what are your thoughts on the UM300? Let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching the channel. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. And I'll see you next time. Bye!